Welcome back to DDO 10-minute tips. I'm going to apologize. The previous video I thought I could get everything in within 15 minutes. My timer ran out, and we'll just pick up from there. Alright, now this what I'm going to tell you applies to not just our quivers, but to our small bags of collectible items like our ingredients, gems, collectibles. They all have a gather and an auto gather, and you want, depending upon what you want to do, you want to click auto gather. Sometimes you don't if it's something special like a special arrow that you want to hang on to. You may want to keep that in a separate quiver or arrows along those lines. Alright, but for this we're going to keep it here. Now, I said there were two ways of getting items into. The one is to use the gather, and the other is to click and drag them in. So that's how they are used. I will go through and do the other. Do the bags. I'm just going to put them on auto gather, and just to make sure, going to click gather to make sure we've got everything out from before. Gem bag, click auto gather, gather to make sure. And just for your information, they can be resized. So keep that in mind. And the small collectibles bag. Auto gather. Gather. Okay. Now collectibles, there are collectible vendors that you can use collectibles for to get different things. Some potions, sometimes arrows or bolts, and something else that can be used to enhance different items that have special slots for them to go into. Okay, now since I have an arrow, bow and also a crossbow, alright, I want to get a bunch of crossbow bolts because I'm pretty low. Alright, we have two quivers. Okay, 3 bolts will pretty much fill that one up, and we can get 400 for our other one. Alright, so we're pretty much set with arrows and bolts. Okay, now let's take a look at our adventuring and just go over a few things. We'll step outside into the fresh air. Alright. We'll move off to the side here so nobody's running through us. Alright, so let's go back into our Adventures Compendium and take a look at some things here. Alright, now these different houses will give you rewards for reaching certain levels of favor. Let's go here, for example, the Coin Lords. When we reach 75, we'll get a reward. Free Agents, when we reach 75, we'll get a reward. The Gatekeepers require 200. Purple Dragon Knights are 125. 50 for House Kenneth. But we'll get to those shortly. We're currently out at 40 out of 400 total favor. When we reach 100, we will get turban points. 25 per 100. Currently we're 40, so we need 60 more. Now, what I like to do is to run these two, the Coin Lords and Free Agents, as much as possible. The Coin Lords will give us an extra pack for our inventory that we carry with us. So we'd go from 60 to 80. The Free Agents will give us access to some better stuff. Like, for example, since I'm a thief, I need thieves' tools. And a lot of items have versions that are masterwork, +1, +2, +3, +4, whatever. But through a special agent, once we reach 75, we'll be able to get +4 thieves' tools, which will help picking locks and dismantling traps. So that's what I do. Everybody does it a little bit differently. So you need to really work out what works best for you. Okay, so every once in a while they run a special festival or an event or something like that. You can take part in it if you want. You don't have to. But when they are running it, you will be notified. And if you don't want to do it, you just click and get rid of it. So, here I am, level 3 rogue, just off the boat in Stormreach. The question is, what do I want to do? Now over here, in our adventures list, we have a couple that we haven't done yet. Sacrifices and Necromancer's Doom. I already ran stopping the Sahagin because I wanted to level up and wanted to take a break from doing the videos. Now, if we go back and run these all to Elite, including Misery's Peak, will be just shy of level 4. Now, when you run adventures at levels, or adventures that have levels that are beneath your level, you start taking hits to the amount of experience points you receive. Most people, to one extent or another, will not run all the events through to Elite, because eventually you're going to have like a level 11 character with no adventures run from level 5 and up, and you really start taking hits. So you want to at least try and run the adventures on your level and up at the level you are. So right now I'm a level 3, and I've only run one level 2. Running it one level below where you're at, you don't incur any experience point hits. You might take a little ding on your quest end rewards or the booty that you find inside the adventure. But for the most part, you really don't get dinged for it. When you hit 2 levels above the adventure, then you start incurring penalties, 10%, 25%. And I actually run one where I didn't get any experience points. The only thing I got out of it was some booty and favor. So you need to kind of plan what you're going to do. Let's cover tactics here a little bit real quick. I think I went over this in the Misery's Peak one. But thieves, you don't want to take them directly into battle. You don't want to do the same with wizards unless you're really, really powerful, which can happen down the road. So you really should try and find a group or start a group and have it well balanced. And well balanced means you have a rogue, 1 or 2 fighters, a cleric, and 1 spellcaster. That would be really the bare minimum for a well-balanced group. Alright, so we're at 11 minutes here, and I'm going to wrap this up. So thank you for watching, and remember, my friends, keep your weapons clean and sharp.